Today I'm taking with the VEVOR electric overbed table. So I've used some overbed tables and some couch tables. This one is actually a much larger overall table than what I'm used to. So we got some threaded inserts on here. Looks like we got 6 of them. And we got some drilled holes for our attachments. Does appear to be a laminate wood. It's compressed wood, but it looks pretty darn good. We got nice corner protection all over the place. So you don't have to worry about anything being damaged. And all of our components are labeled. So this is our cup holder, and that is labeled J. And here's our instructions. First thing we're going to do is we're going to get our A, and we're going to attach our wheels to that. So these are all swivel casters, and they all do have their independent lock. So this is our power supply. It says it's good for 100 to 240 volts, so it's good for international or domestic. That puts 1 amp at 29 volts. Got a bag with our hardware. We got a bag with what looks like our interface. We got D&E, B, and it looks like our motor assembly is already pre-installed, so we don't have to worry about that. And it did come with a little wrench, so we can actually tighten this guy down. And those are going to attach together with B and bolts number 2. Now we can take our main assembly and we can attach D and E to that. D goes on the left, and we want the hole going on the bottom on the front. And that is going to attach with a longer bolt, number 1. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. And then on the bottom we got our cross plate. And we'll use bolt number 2 for that. It says to attach the base first, but I'm going to put on the top. We're just going to use these brackets. Bolt that to the top and to the frame. I'm going to leave these loose until I get them all in, just to make sure I can hit all the holes. And now we can attach the base. And we got our cup holder on this side. Cool. And we got our power supply, and that plugs in on the other side. Last thing is we got some cable ties, so we can tie that guy up. One thing I can definitely say I appreciate, they gave us a bag of spare parts, so in the event that you're like me and you drop screws all over the place, we're still going to be able to assemble this guy. So with all the wheels unlocked, that does roll without issue. And we just pick our side, and that does lock in no problem. Right now we are looking at, it's about just under 30 inches, so 29 7/8, or about 76 centimeters. And we actually have a display on here. So we got an up arrow, we got a down arrow. So we are at the minimum, it says 29.3. It actually goes up faster than I was expecting. So it's got a nice gradual build-up, and then it just goes. Okay, I'm about to hit the ceiling, so I'm going to have to stop there. That has got a very nice height to it. So I'm used to desks like this, where I have to basically find one that is tall enough for me, just because I don't want to have to be leaning over. This one is even taller than that. This is a surprisingly nice height. I have it sitting on top of a cushion right now, so it looks a little unstable, but that's actually just because it's on a cushion. Let me see if I can pull that out. That is now on a flat surface at its max height. So now we are looking at about 118.5 centimeters, or 46 3/4 inches. Now the reason that's important, especially if you're going to be using with a bed, different beds have different heights. My bed is fairly tall. Most of these little push-in desks, we can actually kind of creep it in and underneath. Most of them do not have this length on the board, and they do not go up quite this high, not even close to this high. Even one that's designed for a couch, they usually just kind of sit just above the cushion. This guy you can bring up much higher. And on top of that, because we got this opening down here underneath it, if we want to, what I'm going to be using this for is going to be for working on my car, because that means that we can take the entire bottom, we can push it underneath the vehicle, we can have this entire platform sitting above the engine bay. So instead of having it sitting beside the engine bay, it'll actually be on top of the engine bay. So yeah, very nice design. A lot of uses for something like that. That's a very cool table.